Hey guys, Weep here. Welcome back to another video by VarietyMMOs. In today's video, we'll be talking about contribution. We'll be talking about what contribution is, how you farm contribution and showing a few different methods of doing so, and what contribution is used for and how it helps you get ahead in Black Desert Mobile. Contribution. Okay, so if you click on the menu and you go up here, you can click on this menu and it'll tell you about your contribution information. You'll see here that I'm level 29 going to level 30, and down here is the contribution XP you require to go from 29 to 30. And here's the benefits you're going to get. So after you've done the main storyline on your first character, let's say you get up to about 2500 CP roughly, you're going to be about level 25. And that is fine and all while you're at that point, but soon you're going to run out of contribution to buy your item and to buy your villagers. So first off, let's have a look at the item. So if you go here, open up the map, go to Southwest Caplon, and down here into Bear, you're going to find a person, in most towns have them, it'll look like this. So you click on him and then go to him, and you're going to rent a relic. Now, a lot of people would already know this because you're told to rent a relic throughout the questline. However, when you finally get up to this guy here, you can trade in your plus 17 defense relic for a 17 attack relic. As we all know, attack is better than defense. But it's taking a whole 40 contribution, which is pretty crazy. You can only rent one at a time. So definitely you want to get this, but you have to be pretty far into the game to actually acquire this. I believe it's like 2500, 2600 CP to actually get to the quest line far enough to obtain this relic. Okay, so now that we've looked at the relics that you get from contribution, I'm going to show you a couple different methods of basically power leveling your contribution. Repeatable quests. You're probably thinking to yourself that you are already aware that if you do repeatable quests where you're farming your normal mobs, you'll hand in and get like 50 to 90 contribution. And it is true, this is how most people level up, so they slowly acquire contribution. Key word there, slowly. So you're going to acquire 50 to 90 every what? Hour or longer? It's going to take you a very, very long time to get one level. So while you can do this to slowly gain contribution, there is actually a better way of doing this. So instead of doing a repeatable quest that requires you to defeat 1800, let's go and have a look at a different contribution quest. So still talking about repeatable quests, what we're doing is we're going to the world map, we're going to Balinos, and we're going up to the Steel Imps up here. And there's a repeatable quest. You can get it by going to the list and going down to here. And the first time you've got it, you basically come over here and just turn on auto combat. So you'll notice the difference between this repeatable quest and the repeatable quest that I was doing earlier is that instead of 1700 mobs or higher, it actually only requires me to kill 20 Steel Imps. So you could do this in about 2 minutes. And now that I've done it, you hand in the quest. Want to stay a little bit longer? 50 contribution for about a minute's worth of work. And you can basically just keep refreshing it over and over and over again and keep farming Steel Imps. You can do this on any area that offers low level mobs. Keep in mind, you're obviously not getting XP or items from doing this because they're too under leveled. This is solely to farm contribution faster than say 1 to 2 hours or longer per contribution quest later on. So another way of getting more contribution would be to redo your main story quest. So you can do your main story quest on each of your characters. So you can do a total of 3 times generally. And the first time that I did it up to about level 50, I went from about 25 to 27 contribution, which was about plus 10 points. It's nice, but it's not a lot. So doing it on each of your ults is nice. You also get other rewards, which I will talk about more in another video. But the contribution rewards overall is pretty worth it. You're able to trade over everything except your weapons, which I haven't done here. I've only put some on to prove my point. But by trading over your equipment from your main to your ult will crush the storyline. And depending on how quickly you do it, you can do 5, 6 hours maybe to get it all the way back up to level 50 instead of days worth of grinding, because you no longer run into BP walls, and everything below level 40 will just basically get one shot. Repeatable quests. So we did talk about repeatable quests early in the video, but this is actually a little bit different. So these quests are located in any town. So go to the word map and then look for any town on the map, and all of them should have them. go into your minimap, go to list, and have a look through your list. And you're going to see people with the icon of the amenity. It basically means anyone that you can get your relationship up. Side note, if you see anybody in town on a list with a question mark on a book like this, go up and talk to them and you're going to get free knowledge. So when you're going through towns, make sure you do this. But, so you click on these. I have one right here. Anybody with amenity will have quests. Open up their interface, go into quest, and you're going to see that you have a couple of quests. Go into the quest and accept it. Now, these quests, the rewards are not very good, so you're not here for the XP or the silver. What you're actually here for is the contribution, 300 contribution. And these quests are incredibly easy. All you need to do is click on the icon that comes up here, and it'll run you to another NPC. Usually they're pretty close, within 50 meters, but sometimes, as you can see here, it goes a little bit further, goes from town to town. But all you're doing is running from one NPC to another and talking to them. Majority of the time, you'll bring their relationships up, which will give you other rewards eventually as well. But what this does is basically, it gives you 300 contribution per quest, so you can farm contribution much faster than the repeatable quest I showed you earlier. Most people are using contribution quests, getting like 90 when they're doing this quest. They're not doing the 30 quest, and they're not doing these. They're actually quite far behind. As you can see here, 300 contribution. Go to this guy. Does he have any quests? Let's have a look. No, he does not have any current quests. So basically, go around to every town, talk to every NPC, grab your knowledge, and make sure that you grab all of your contribution. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about contribution, what it is, and I've shown you a couple of different methods to obtain it. Now let's talk about why you actually want contribution. So early on, we looked at the relic that you can buy, which would use up 40 contribution, but the rest of your contribution is going to be used in the pub. So up here, you're going to see that I'm out of contribution because when you hire workers, your contribution is used up. So as you can see here, this one uses 2, a blue, which is a higher rank, uses 5, and a purple uses 8. I believe a legendary uses 12. It doesn't matter if you, for example, buy white ones and they only cost 2, because when you upgrade, say, a white one to a blue one, it's going to use a bit of contribution to make up the gap. So it doesn't matter if you buy like white legendaries or whatever else, eventually they'll level up and get there anyway. The main thing here is to just try to get as many villagers as you can. The villager ranks, like the types like white, blue, purple, make a difference when it comes to the trading post up here, which is basically the node, and it also makes a difference when you send them away for gathering. It'll make it so it costs less resources and you gather faster and various other things. Even the fact that I have 29 contribution right now, and I don't even have max lodging right now. You get a lot more lodging when you get a level 5 town hall. And I'm only able to sit on 20 villages when I believe the maximum is like 24 or 25. And I don't even have high level villages. So you really do need a lot of contribution to keep up your villages. So you're probably thinking, well, why do we need all these villages? Well, the villages at the end of the game, you can save the resources and keep upgrading your base when a new update comes out. Or you can basically use it in the blacksmith and the alchemy lab to make things like crystals and stuff, and you can sell them or use them or various other things. So having 25 villagers gathering is way better than, say, 15 villagers gathering. So let's have a quick look at Korea and have a little look at the future. So on this account, I have 245 contribution, which is 42 to 43, which is, I'd say, average. But on global, you saw that I didn't even have 30 contribution, and I still have 0 out of 245 contribution. And I currently have 28 out of 34 possible villages. They're all not doing anything right now, but as you can see, most of them are even purple, not even all golds, because I simply don't have the contribution. You may think that you have enough contribution if you have all, say, blues and greens, but it simply isn't true. You need to keep farming contribution pretty much consistently and upgrading it, otherwise you're going to fall flat on your face. If you can look over here, you're going to see the amount of resources that I have too. That the resource count for the things that you need in the future are much higher. For example, if I close this menu here and go down to over here, to build one object in the base, it's going to cost me 120, like 150,000 resources for one thing. So you desperately need as many contribution points as you can to get as many villages as you can, so you can keep gathering for future updates. Not only for gathering for future updates, but obviously so you can make blacksmith items, etc, etc. But farming more resources is always a good thing. So please, whenever you got spare time, make sure you do those quests and get as much contribution as humanly possible. Okay, that covers everything in today's video. If you did like the episode, please do consider hitting that subscribe button above. If you have any questions about this video or any of my other content, feel free to contact me over on Twitch where I do live stream, or join our community Discord. Both links are available below the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.